Yeah, well, that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I know that, but what do you mean? What? Are you saying that my phone's not actually on and I'm not actually talking to anyone? No, I'm talking to you right. The battery's dead. Shit. Huh, so it is. Well, then how am I talking to you? Oh, we're recording. You're actually talking to me from. Oh, shit. Oh, greetings, programs. I'm Jacko. Welcome back to the Gamification, a place where us fellow geekers can get together and talk about all the things happening in the world of movies, animation, gaming, and what have you. Oh, I switched it up a little bit there. Let's just get into it because there's a lot. San Diego Comic Con started this weekend, so there's going to be a lot more news next week or all through the weekend. Check on YouTube and stuff. You'll definitely find some stuff. So let's get right into it with the first thing I'm calling new news. It's good news. We're going to start with number 0 first. Just a couple of pictures that came out this week from Aqua Man. On the left there, you see the poster, the theatrical poster. Homer's calling. He's under the sea. Cool. He's got his trident, but the logo behind the actual title, I'm like, this looks a little too much like Galactic Federation for my taste, but whatever. And from what we see, this is on the right. That's an actual, not a seahorse that he's been known to ride in the early comics and cartoons and whatnot. It's actually a sea dragon, and damn, that looks so cool. I wonder if he'll like come in and ride into action or something and fight giant hordes and whatnot. That'd be pretty sweet. All right, so that was number 0. Oh, I also want to mention that because Comic Con's just started, they had the Star Wars Clone Wars 10-year anniversary panel, and it was great. They just showed off a lot of the concept arts kind of stuff that Dave Filoni does, these little sketches and whatnot. Some of it looks really cool. And then at the end, they revealed that they're bringing back Clone Wars. That's horrible. That was shocking. Nope, that's even worse. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Holy crap, they're gonna finish it at last because it got cancelled ages ago, 10 years ago, and now Disney's like, sure, bring it back, put it on our streaming service, it'll be all sweet. So we finally get to see the finished product that Dave Filoni had always wanted to do. So that got my gander up. Oh boy! First thing I saw this morning from a mate. Hey, check this out! They announced it's coming back. I'm like, it's only at 9 o'clock in the morning. I've got tears. Okay, so that's like the headline stuff. Now we're going to the actual news. News number 1. Joaquin Phoenix's Joker origin movie has a predictable title and a surprising release date. This is from Gizmodo.com. Okay. Please try to be shocked. It's called Joker. Wow. And it's hitting theaters next October. Just as San Diego Comic Con gets underway, Warner Brothers and DC Entertainment have officially confirmed that their Joaquin Phoenix starring Joker film will release in the US 4th of October 2019, as reported by The Hollywood Reporter. The title is not a surprise in the slightest, of course, although it makes it interesting as to how the supposedly in-the-works Jared Leto Joker film will be presented. A thought experiment born out of the fact that there are way too many Joker films in the works. But the fact that the film was due out in under a year and a half is out in under a year and a half absolutely is. While we're hearing about the film for the While we've been hearing about the film for a while now and all the associated casting drama with it, as far as we know, it's yet to actually enter production. And now it's actually hitting theaters in time for Halloween 2019. That is, if it keeps this release date. Yeah, we've heard a bit of drama about that, like not being able to get the cast together and whatnot. That they're hoping for an October release coincides with the darker tone they're going for, the more intimate, visceral, I guess you could call it, style, mobster style, where it could get pretty mentally nuts and not in a fun, crazy, let's have a good time way. News number 2. Resident Evil 2 Remake expands on original with new story and gameplay. This is from onlysp.com. The 2019 remake of Resident Evil 2 will not be a one-to-one replica of the original, instead opting for a reinterpretation of the classic title through modern gameplay systems. In an interview with Gaming Bolt, Mike Lund, brand manager for Capcom, I've already lost my place, discussed how the project is shaping up, whilst contextualizing how some of these modern systems will play out. Firstly, Lund discussed the move to an over-the-shoulder perspective instead of using the first-person view of Resident Evil 7 or the classic fixed camera route. The perspective appears to be integral to Resident Evil 2's changes, and he quotes, "If you played Resident Evil 2 before, there's going to be a lot of new stuff that you're not going to expect. You're going to switch up we're going to switch up puzzles. We're going to switch up enemy locations. And it felt right to change the perspective as well." Wow, I can't read today. On top of building an entirely new game from the ground up in the RE engine, that's the Resident Evil 7 engine, we really wanted to try something new, and it felt right to change the perspective, end quote. Despite the move to a camera angle more commonly associated with action titles, the game will still be survival horror at heart. Whoa. Ammunition and resource conservation will still be essential, with players having to make careful decisions on where, when, and how to engage enemies. To offset this action with survival, Capcom has also introduced a crafting system ripped out of Resident Evil 7, which allows for the creation of resources. So it's cool, you've got a crafting system. I'm thinking it could be more like The Last of Us, where you still got those minimalist resources, but you craft them in like little shivs and whatnot. We'll just see how that goes. If it's like that, that'd be pretty interesting, I think. The over-the-shoulder approach too is also said to allow for greater immersion into the horror, with the fixed camera of the original being implemented due to technological constraints. Gameplay is not the only part of Resident Evil 2 that is seeing a redraft, with Capcom taking the opportunity to expand the original's narrative, secondary characters, and world building. Quote, "There will be places in the original game that you just drove by, or maybe just walked by, or people that you talked to maybe had a handful of sentences. You're really going to have deeper experiences with those. Sometimes you can actually go on and play for an extended period. Sometimes you have a little bit more deeper story with that person. The narrative is definitely enhanced." End quote. Resident Evil 2 Remake will be released in January 25 on PC, PS4 and Xbox One. Pardon me. That's interesting. Just to know that they're making just the littlest tweaks to make the gameplay a bit more fresh, a bit more up to date with the current standards. I think that's pretty interesting. I'm not a big Resident Evil or Silent Hills fan though, but I know a few of you are. So hopefully this makes you happy. News number 3. Blizzard makes World of Warcraft base game and expansions free to subscribers. This is from gamesindustry.biz. Okay. Blizzard will no longer charge subscribers for the World of Warcraft base game or any of its expansion packs, save for the upcoming Battle for Azeroth. The Battle of Azeroth pre-patch went live today, and Blizzard has marked the occasion by adding an incentive for new subscribers. Starting now, it will no longer charge for the World of Warcraft base game when someone signs up to pay the $15 monthly fee. In addition, subscribers will get free access to all of WoW's expansion packs, right up to Legion, the last expansion that Blizzard launched. Battle for Azeroth is due to release on August 14. The subscribers will still have to pay $49.99 to play. That's a US, I believe. So they're saying, so for that whole package, all those expansions, the base game, an account, Battle.net account, I guess as well, they're putting into that. You only have to pay $50. That's include for. So, I think from what I gather, if you're gonna buy the package, you're buying Battle for Azeroth, and that's the $50. But then you get everything else, and that's what almost 15 years worth of content. So that's gonna be very much worth your money. I'm also a person that hasn't played much WoW, but again, I know a few of you that are still highly addicted to it. So enjoy, guys and girls. News number 4. The Lovecraft-inspired Call of Cthulhu will be slithering onto PC, PS4, and Xbox One on October 30. I believe this is from Engadget. I'm sorry, I didn't get the thing for it. Curse me. The date was unearthed on the game's Steam page, which previously revealed a rough release window for autumn 2018. Call of Cthulhu is a first-person exploration game inspired by the pen and paper RPG by the same name. Players will assume the role of Private Investigator Pierce as he investigates the mysterious deaths of the Hawkins family. These investigations take place on the desolate Darkwater Island, which, as Pierce soon discovers... No. Okay, sorry, my screens went dead, so that's not good. As Pierce soon discovers, is ridden with cultists, conspiracies, and Cthulhu-related horrors. The project will focus around the theme of insanity primarily, wherein players will need to manage Pierce's tested mentality. In terms of gameplay, the project looks to match the intense first-person exploration of the Amnesia series with more investigative touches, lending itself well to the source material. Amnesia was a great game. This looks really scary, like really intriguing, scary kind of thing. A few jump scares and whatnot would be in there. Lots of weird mystery. If you like that Lovecraftian type horror stuff, I know at least one other person is interested in that. So that's mainly coming to PC, but also to the consoles. So if you like that stuff, get excited. Okay, that's it for all the new, not all the news, there's a lot of news, but the ones I decided to talk about. Now we go on to game chat, working title. If you haven't been told, let me know, that'd be great so I could use it, but for now, let's just use what I've got. First little item I wanted to talk about was Microsoft will use their show Inside Xbox, which shows all their like development stuff and the games and whatnot. That's a weekly show, I believe. To debut all new Xbox hardware and accessories direct from this year's Gamescom show floor. So they're going to go live at Gamescom, and they're going to be showing off some new Xbox hardware. So will that be a controller, like the Elite controller? There's talk of number 2 coming out, or we might be seeing a glimpse of the new Xbox that they've also been talking about. I can't remember what the code name was called, but the Xbox 2, as other people are calling it. So we'll see if whatever happens, what happens. Look forward to Gamescom. That's all I'm really saying. And I do a game review impressions, I guess, every fortnight. And this week I was playing Song of the Deep. It was a game made by Insomniac, who's done Ratchet and Clank, the new Spider-Man game on PS4, and oh, what's that one on Xbox they did? Ah, Sunset Overdrive. That's the one. But this was published by GameStop, which is the parent company of EB Games over here. Very nice game. It reminded me of Ori and the Blind Forest. It's one of those platforming it's hard to say. It's kind of like a platform side-scroller type game where you're a little girl on a submarine and you got to try and find them. You go through all these things using puzzles and different abilities and traversing through water and the ocean, obviously, and meeting these weird creatures. The narration is pretty nice because it goes into like a storybook kind of mode, and the art style reflects that as well. Really fun game. It's only about maybe 10 hours or so if you want to get into it more. But yeah, it's just a bit of a nice time waste, a feel-good game. Very fun. It drags on a little bit because there's warp zones to go through each part of the map, but they're very few and far between. So there's a lot of traversal but there's a lot of item pickup stuff, coin collection and whatnot as well. So yeah, it's a very fun game. I recommend it to anyone who wishes to play. It's on, I believe it's free on PS Plus at the moment. I could be wrong. That could have been last month, but check it out any way you can. Okay, that's all. But one other thing, games out this week, and we'll start off with Sonic Mania Plus on the PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. Mother Gunship on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Guts and Glory, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, PS4, and PC. Nidhogg 2 on the Xbox One. I think that might be on Switch too. I couldn't find the information on that much. The Path of Motus, Xbox One. Eternal Fantasy on PC. Tempest 4000, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Adventure Time Pirates of the Enchiridion, PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. Pool Panic, PC and the Nintendo Switch. Frost, Xbox One, PS4, PC, and the Switch. Hand of Fate, if you like card games, check that out. That's on all platforms. PC, Switch, Xbox, PS4. I believe Linux as well. No Reload Heroes, or No Heroes Reloaded, I guess. PC and the Switch. That's it for me today, guys. Please remember, if you want to contact me, have any suggestions or comments or whatnot, you can get in contact with me. Hit me up on Twitter at Jackosaurus. Email me, gamification@outlook.com. Give me some questions that if you want read out on the show, I'd love to do that, or any cycling topics you would think of that would be interesting. I'm happy to incorporate that, or hit us up on our Facebook group where we have a bit of fun, chat about all the new news and games and whatnot at the Gamification on Facebook. Also, please remember to like and subscribe to the video. Remember to leave comments down below. And also hit the notification bell so you know when new videos are coming up, because it's always going to be a mystery. Actually, I just have no time management skills. Anyway, thanks again for putting up with me. End of life.